Ex-UFC fighter believes Bitcoin will be $1 million, and Dr. SeongWoo Choi thinks it's going to be between 500k and 1 million within 10 years. Now, he's actually encouraging people to take out loans to buy Bitcoin now. That's what Dr. SeongWoo Choi is doing. Right, let's consider what the MMA fighter and Dr. Choi are actually thinking. Obviously, they're very bullish on Bitcoin. I really feel people need to start thinking a little bit more independently. They need to look beyond the hype, talking up and ramping up of financial instruments. Ignore the rampers. Start thinking things through for yourself. Let's start off with a bare minimum here. Just thinking about how Bitcoin could get to 1 million from here. Right, so you're looking at a present day price of between 60k and 70k for Bitcoin. Now, you do the maths, right? That's a massive multiple to get to $1 million from here. It's a massive multiple. Now, people are obviously imbibing the hype and Bitcoin story. But what you actually need to do is start asking questions. Start asking questions like the ones that I've got in mind. I'm skeptical on Bitcoin, and I want people just to start doing independent thought. First question: what is Bitcoin used for in real life? The answer is nothing in reality. Of course, there's a tiny niche where people can transact and buy and sell using Bitcoin. Well, that is pretty much immaterial. It's a tiny, tiny, tiny niche. What we've already got is something called fiat currency. That's what we use for our transactions. It ain't going to be replaced anytime soon. In addition, central governments, they won't want to give up control of the money supply, and they won't decentralize. Why would they give up control? Why would they? That's what they use to leverage, right? Leverage power over you and I. All this is common sense, and it's common sense that flies in the face of the Bitcoin long-term story, the bullish thesis. Right? Obviously, some of you bulls may not want to hear the bearish side of things, the bearish story, or the bear point of view. But I'm going to put it out there because you need to hear it so you can make an informed decision and debate this amongst yourselves. The next point you need to start considering is Bitcoin is energy intensive, extremely energy intensive. We're in a world where energy is becoming more of a scarcity. Now, what does that do? That favors hard assets and fiat currency rather than Bitcoin. Can you imagine the energy demand if we all started using Bitcoin to buy and sell in real life, in everyday life? It ain't going to happen. Just thinking about it that way. Now, I just don't see a long-term Bitcoin thesis that is realistic and strong enough to entice someone like me to become a buyer and holder of Bitcoin. Of course, I'm open to trading it for a short or medium-term basis. But obviously, that comes with its own risks. None of this is financial advice. What I'm trying to do here is trying to temper the dreamers and encourage them to start thinking about their own strategy and not just be swayed by online hype and what more popular people online are proclaiming. Please do like and subscribe. Thank you.